Get full access to over 10,000 episodes with your paid subscription. MyOutdoorTV. Start your free trial today.
To win the World Championship would be career-changing, be life-changing.
This is like bass fishing country of the world.
It brings out the absolute best in everybody.
And you have no idea of what to expect until you get out there.
That's all it takes is one bite to really get things rolling.
Get out there and do the best you can and try to just let the fish talk to you no matter what happens.
Some things. Come on.
God, wow. World Championship?
Right here.
Talk to me.
Major League Fishing's General Tire World Championship, presented by Bass Pro Shops from Vidalia, Louisiana.
Welcome to Major League Fishing's General Tire World Championship, presented by Bass Pro Shops from Vidalia, Louisiana. Our 12 qualifying anglers know the pressure of performing under stiff competition. Today in shotgun round number 1, the true test begins as they start their journey to become a world champion. Let's meet today's 6 anglers. Qualifying for the World Championship with a 2nd place ranking, Aaron Martins. He's ranked 3rd, Andy Montgomery. With a 6th place ranking, Takahiro Omori. He's a former world champion, ranked 7th, Bobby Lane. Ranked in 10th place, Gary Klein. And rounding out the field, ranked 11th, Ish Monroe. With no information about where they'd be fishing today, the anglers had to prepare for every situation. For more on that, let's head over to Shelly Sanders in today's Lake Breakdown.
Thank you, Stephen. When you think of the words World Championship, you automatically know no matter what the sport, we're talking about the best of the best going head-to-head. And that's exactly what we have here. The top 12 ranked anglers from our previous Cup events are competing right here in Vidalia, Louisiana, a location that's proven itself worthy of this level of competition. Now, we've been here before. Our anglers have seen success here before, but that doesn't mean they know what to expect. Conditions are different, time of year is different, but one thing is the same. We never tell our pros where they'll be fishing until just before their event. And today, our pros learned they'd be fishing here on Lake Bruin. Now, Bruin is an oxbow lake of the Mississippi River. That's what gives it its nice horseshoe shape. It's got almost 3,000 acres of water and 26 miles of shoreline. This should be ample space for these guys to spread out and really find a location that works for them. We want to take a closer look at Lake Bruin, so I can't think of a better man for the job than Marty Stone, our very own on-the-water analyst.
Shelly, what the anglers are going to find this morning during their ride through with their Mercury-powered Nitro Z19s is one of Louisiana's finest oxbows. Lake Bruin has almost 2,900 surface acres, over 26 miles of shoreline. This is a shallow water fisherman's dream. The cover they're going to run into is boat docks, cypress trees, cattails, retaining walls, an occasional boat ramp, and small man-made canals that could push these spawning fish into them. What's unique on this lake, on each end, is shallow water flats. They're covered with aquatic vegetation, but more importantly, they're staying water, staying warm in water. It's setting up for the conditions for these largemouth to move in these areas to possibly spawn. But one thing to remember, this area has been hammered with fronts the last couple of weeks. But now, the days are warming. They're also getting longer. Trees are starting to bud. And when that happens in the springtime, these largemouth are coming no matter what. This lake has set up perfectly for these shallow water fish to move into and these world champion qualifiers to have great success.
I'm just trying to look for somewhere. We right here right now have a little pocket like this. Could be some fish coming into the spawn sometime. This is springtime.
The one thing that I like about this area is on the inside Genesis, it shows me pretty much everything. Shows me the creek, shows me the river channel bend where the fish are, shows me deep water access right there, everything for these fish to move up. We're just gonna sit here and get ready to fish.
The anglers have found their starting positions. When we come back, the General Tire World Championship will begin with lines in.
CBS Sports Spectacular presents Major League Fishing's General Tire World Championship. Sponsored by General Tire. Anywhere is possible. Berkeley. Catch more fish. Yeti. Built for the wild. Lucas Oil. Made in America. Sold to the world. And by B&W Trailer Hitches. Towing Adventure.
I'm competing against 5 other hammers. These guys all earn their way into their positions, and we're all good at doing a lot of different things. So it's going to be a matter of who puts it together the quickest.
This place got the best of me last time, and I'm after it this time.
Expectations are running high on Lake Bruin as the first group of 6 anglers prepare for opening day of Major League Fishing's General Tire World Championship, presented by Bass Pro Shops from Vidalia, Louisiana. Today's shotgun round is the first of 4 rounds the anglers will face on their way to the championship. The pressure is on to perform and advance if you want to hoist the Johnny Morris Award. Major League Fishing Shotgun Round 1 begins now.
3, 2, 1, lines in.
Well,
2019 World Championship.
Let's see if I can't put the first one on the board and continue to catch them.
Begin fishing. Here we go. World Championship.
What I'm thinking is I hope there's one on that tree till I look down at that little ranch and see the water temperature and realize there probably ain't one on that tree.
The water temp is about only 55.
They're cold. These is Louisiana bass. They like it hot. The hotter, the better.
Wow. While Bobby Lane weighs in the first bass of the day, let's go over today's scoring rules. A scoreable bass must weigh at least 1 pound. The angler with the most weight at the end of the day will advance directly to the sudden death round. The remaining 5 anglers' weights will carry over to their elimination round.
3 pounds even.
3-pounder to start the day. How about it?
Okay, I got a score tracker update. First angler on the board, Bobby Lane. It's got a 3-pound, 0-ounce bass.
That's a good one. That's exactly what I expect.
Anytime I can be flipping bushes, just something's telling me they gotta be up shallow. It's flooded a little bit, they gotta be trying to spawn.
You never know with old Bob. He throws some weird stuff at times.
I should have looked at that fish a little bit more just to see what it was all made up of. If it had a bloody tail or looked like it was spawned out, but.
There you go.
Yes, indeed.
2 pounds, 0 ounces.
Number 1 fish for me for World Championship. On jig.
1 pound, 14 ounces.
Okay. Here we go. Now see, ain't no peeing or nothing on the tail. It's just an old feeding fish, I reckon.
Pretty sure they're not eating a swim jig or a chatterbait because Andy Montgomery hasn't caught one yet. Cock, square bill, spinnerbait. Bob, you just never know with Bob. He's that guy, like, you're like, oh, Bobby's from Florida, he's flipping. No.
Fish landing violation, 2-minute penalty.
Ish, there's no updates on the score tracker, but Bobby Lane is in a 2-minute penalty.
Drop one on the deck.
Maybe it was a 14-ounce.
2 pounds, 6 ounces.
2.6. Well, I assessed a penalty, but I'm telling you, it was well worth it. Come on, man. If I could find something over there, it would be calmer. The sun will get up a little higher and beat on that side. That's why I'm on the west side first, because the sun comes up in the east, so the sun's gonna beat up this bank first, and then in the afternoon, it's gonna heat that side up. So, a little tip in February when there's some spawning or springtime action going on. Face the sun first, and then in the afternoon, I like to go where the sun's hitting second.
Hour in, I have not had a nibble.
That's the one tough challenge with the General Tire World Championship is that when you qualify, you have no idea where you're gonna fish. It's like they say, anywhere is possible, and that's the truth.
With the anglers having no idea where they will be fishing, they must pack for every situation. Andy Montgomery shows us how he prepared for the unknown in today's General Tire Anywhere is Possible.
Man, we just never know in these Major League Fishing where the GTs are gonna take us. Anywhere is possible. Two things I always have in my boat for these Major League Fishing competition is number one, the Strike King Thunder Cricket. I want a bait I can cover a ton of water, various water columns, hopefully finding them active fish. Number two, if I come to that place that's really, really juicy that I have to flip in his house, I'm gonna flip the Strike King skipping jig with the raised bug trailer in there and them high percentage places. So, 1-2 combination, cover a ton of water with the Thunder Cricket until you see that high percentage place, and then we're gonna flip the skipping jig in there. Let's go. Let's see where the GTs take us today.
Welcome back to Major League Fishing's General Tire World Championship, presented by Bass Pro Shops from Vidalia, Louisiana. The goal of the shotgun round is to load up the score tracker, but for our 6 anglers in the first period, they're finding out that getting a bite is just as tough as the competition.
This place has got good fish in it. We just gotta get them going.
It's gonna start happening. It's just, gonna blow this opportunity to move ahead.
The bass are playing hard to get on Lake Bruin, while the anglers try to attract them. Let's get caught up with Shelly Sanders and the Bass Pro Shop score tracker.
Still very early here. We're only about an hour into the first period of shotgun round number 1, but have a look at your score tracker. As you can see, it's been a very slow start here on Lake Bruin today. Only 2 anglers on the board, 4 bass in all, but it is our 2017 world champion, Bobby Lane, who sits on top. He set himself up nicely when he posted our Berkeley Big Bass of the day, at least this far, at 3 pounds. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Who knows? As the day goes on, we may see bigger bass than that posted.
You know, this is where I caught them when we was here last time, but that was the fall of the year. All these trees over here provide a bunch of shade. However, sometimes they need sunlight to spawn good. Makes me think I might need to get over on the sunny side.
Oh my gosh. Still on there. Look at my rod tip. I can't get one out of the trees, dude.
The shallower docks, the shallower cypress trees. These are the ones I caught them off of last time we were here.
Oh, so miserable. I'm losing them like that. Makes my stomach hurt.
It takes that one clue to figure out where they at.
I'm thinking a big spinnerbait our next break. Look at that little guy. It's a keeper, but it's a little guy. It's a spotted bass.
1 pound, 7 ounces.
Yep. We got the gorilla out of the boat. Now we're gonna go fishing. No, I lost 2 good. 2 of those fish were pretty big, and then I catch that one. Spotted bass.
That shoreline grass really intrigues me because that's what those fish in this area where there's, shallow, they'll set up in that green stuff. There's enough water in there to hold them.
It is not easy.
2 pounds, 4 ounces.
Okay.
It'd be right there with Bobby if I knew how to fish.
I mean, you couldn't even tell he was on there. Like, well, I better set the hook just in case.
There's limited vegetation on Lake Bruin, and leave it to a Florida angler to uncover the secret in that vegetation, being Bobby Lane. He's having success flipping and pitching small plastics into the holes in the cattails that's surrounding this lake. And why is that important? That's the one type of cover that's got a sandy bottom. And when these fish come and sit down and spawn, that's exactly what they're looking for. The boat docks and cypress trees, they've got a lot of appeal. But in the springtime, it's about the firm sandy bottoms. And that's gonna be the cattails. And right now in this first period, Bobby Lane's the one angler that's uncovering the secret to this lake.
I really believe as the water warms, all of this should just get better and better.
This is getting very frustrating for me. Rough spot, I'll tell you that. 5 bites, 1 bass. Taking all my jigs, too.
I gotta keep hunting, I'll shut down on a stretch or get a bite that leads me to another bite. Right now, the challenge for me is to get 1 bite, and I haven't been able to do that.
Wasting a lot of time rigging baits up, breaking jigs off and retying new ones on. Oh my God, I just threw that in the water. Marty, you make me nervous. I just threw my jig in the water. That's the first time I've done that in like 7 or 8 years. That's the only one I had of that kind. I'm just flustered right now, really bad.
Yeah, they should be here. Chewed up my spinnerbait. Pretty small. It's a nice one. Oh, they don't fight. Just
1 pound, 13 ounces.
Thank you. Dude, how skinny this one is. This should be super fat.
You know, people don't realize them fish like that, but I tell you, I'd give anything to have 3 pounds, 13 ounces right now.
Yeah, this is the last canal in the system we have today. I don't know what to do next period.
You think all that's easy to catch up with, but if fishing stays this tough, I mean, it'll be a hard run.
If things ever go right today, we're gonna destroy them. That's all I gotta say.
This is where I'd love to close this period out with, you know, a 3-4 pounder. Kind of give me a breath of fresh air, and at least I have something to build on at the beginning of the second period.
Spotted bass. That's a nice little spot. I bit it again, didn't you? Couldn't handle it.
2 pounds, even.
Yep, almost 2-1. Spotted bass.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lines out, end of period 1.
Well, it's an absolute grind, but we're on top right now. We need to stay on top. I need to find some more of this bushes, so to speak, and just get in there and do what I like to do, and that's flip.
Here, let's go. Let's get out of here and let me unscrew my head and screw my head back in and see if I can actually catch a bass after this next period.
Overall, I just had 2 bites and 3 guys not get any fish, so it's just tough.
You can go through the best concentration of fish on a body of water, and if you're just mentally not looking at it right and fishing the wrong way, you'll miss them.
We're still there. We just got the maze of Major League Fishing, and it'll take 1 bite to change your attitude.
Welcome back to Major League Fishing's General Tire World Championship, presented by Bass Pro Shops from Vidalia, Louisiana.
Fish obviously ain't where I've been fishing, so they either up closer to the bank or they out on the end of these docks. So I'm gonna put a big jig on that I can kind of flip in them reeds.
The anglers are in their first 30-minute break here on Lake Bruin. While they finish up making adjustments, let's get caught up with Shelly Sanders and the Bass Pro Shop Score Tracker.
Our pros have just finished their first 30-minute break. They're getting ready for period 2. Let's have a look at the score tracker and see where they stand. We see that half the field has had some success in period 1, whereas the other half, none at all. But really, this has been a struggle for everyone. Period 1, it was very slow here on Lake Bruin today. Let's hope things turn around. But we did see some quality bass being pulled out of the water, including Bobby Lane's Berkeley Big Bass of the day at 3 pounds. Gave him a nice little bump there. He maintained the lead throughout the first period, so as we head into period 2, it's Bobby Lane with 9.5 pounds of bass in the lead.
I'm following you, Bob.
Let's go. The only thing I like is that everybody seems to be tying on moving baits, and I haven't caught a fish on a moving bait yet, so.
I have not had a bite yet, so I'm still in the process of trying to get something dialed in.
8, 7,
all I know to do
6,
is just keep running
5,
water, fishing.
4,
It'll happen.
3,
it'll happen.
2, 1, go.
It's the beginning of period 2.
I'm still tying on.
Never did tie a jerkbait on. I think a jerkbait could actually catch him pretty good right now.
And it seems like I can't get bit on a moving bait. Of course, I haven't been bit on much.
It's one of the best places you can hook him right there.
£1 pound, 11 ounces.
Yep. That might be the one that got me before.
Starting to catch some. You better get to going, Andrew.
I mean, those bites I was getting earlier, I messed up. Those were all deep. So those are like definitely pre-spawn. Probably a few of those were females.
Come on, Andrew. Here we go.
It's a nice one. Sorry. I'm gonna stay here.
£1 pound, 13 ounces.
Oh, that could have been the most important 113 ever. Just gives you that confidence.
2 pounds, 11 ounces.
Thank you. 2 pounds. 11 ounces. A good start. I was almost gonna move. I said a couple more casts. Then fish show up, said, hey, you gotta stay here.
Whoa. Staying ahead of me, huh?
It weighed 2 pounds, 11 ounces.
Nice one.
Mm-hmm.
2 pounds, 8 ounces.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention for the fish, the shape, how it look, like fat like this, the fins all good looking. Those are fish, is a healthy fish. That means you're in the right area.
Oh, Taka Hero, huh? Stepped it up.
Bobby Lane has caught his 5th fish. His last fish weighed 2 pounds, 1 ounce. He now has a total of 11 pounds, 9 ounces.
Still very doable.
Well, I marked this running through here on the first round, and it just looks perfect for these fish to be laying up.
God. I know exactly what I'm doing right now. This is my solid fish and a spinnerbait. And this is the biggest one.
£3 pounds, 15 ounces.
I knew it. Right here.
Good, we needed a little competition. First place is great, but you don't want to be there till the end of the day.
So it's Ish and I, not on the board.
It's got to be a bait. £1 pound, 9 ounces.
All right.
I figure out, so I just focus on my fishing. I'm not worried about Bobby Lane right now.
Oh, he surprised me too. Don't even fall off.
2 pounds even.
Almost 2-1. We'll take it. There he is. Skinny largemouth. Not as fat as I thought they'd be.
Man, them fish is cold. They didn't even hardly fight.
£1 pound, 15 ounces.
Ha! Got me another one.
I ate on the way home. Where's my rod? I got more.
2 pounds, 4 ounces.
That's a good one. We'll get a 3 or 4 pounder here eventually.
Aaron Martin's caught his 5th fish now. He has 9 pounds, 6 ounces.
They getting them dialed in now.
It's a little bit bigger. Fish ate it good. That's awesome. Woohoo!
3 pounds, 2 ounces.
Yep, right on. 3-pounder, pretty fish. Let's keep working, boys. Catching up.
God, missed him.
Gosh, dang, it surprised me too. I'm all goofy today. I'm like sleeping on all these fish, man. maybe it wasn't the spot this morning, it was just me.
Aaron Martins has caught 2 more fish, brings his total weight to 14 pounds, 2 ounces, and moves him into first place.
They're getting away from me.
Whoa, those poor guys. That's hard. That's hard on the dudes right there. I've been there before, and I've been there and then went out, so can't feel too bad for them, as all of a sudden they could be passing you.
Welcome back to Major League Fishing's General Tire World Championship presented by Bass Pro Shops for shotgun round number 1. In the state of Louisiana, the 64 parishes offer plenty for the outdoorsmen. But for the 6 anglers on the water in Vidalia, they're looking for their opportunity to break away from the pack.
Fish ate it good. That's awesome. Woohoo!
Couple of guys start to figure out, you know.
Boy, that score tracker will just eat your lunch time and time again.
After being on top all day, Bobby Lane finds himself sandwiched between 2 hungry anglers. Aaron Martins and Takahiro Omori have put together an impressive string of fish and are starting to connect the dots on Lake Bruin. With less than an hour left in period 2, Gary Klein and Ish Monroe are beginning to feel the day slip away.
Okay, going in the jungle. I don't like getting it handed to me, but right now there's nothing I can do about it but fish.
That is a snake. Awesome. I pitched right in the freaking bush, too. If I hang up, you going to go get it for me?
It's pretty confusing when you get in a group of trees like this. I can't remember where I flipped, where I ain't flipped. Then again, sometimes I can't remember if I washed my hair yet or not in the shower.
Go get back in them bushes. It's the only thing I know to do.
Heard a little crack on that one. What was that? Well, that's right. I cracked him, didn't I?
I know, I don't right there. He started right over there, so he's not far from me.
1 pound, 12 ounces.
Yep. That's a largemouth. It's like catching about 50-50. Maybe.
Aaron's got something going on.
Man, that was such a sell. He had that jig for 4 seconds before I set the hook on him.
Man, I'm really confident what I'm doing right here, but it's just not have fish.
I was just gonna say a minute ago, that's where a fish will be on the front side of that tree, and I didn't say anything. I just pitched there and caught one. That's what I was thinking. I was like, he's not there, he's not there. He's gonna be around the front side of that tree right there. That was nice. Calling my shots in my head, that's good.
2 pounds, 2 ounces.
Yep. 2-2.
Ah! Obviously, there's a way to catch them because Aaron's catching some.
The little snaps are important right there. That's what gets them. They'll be following it, and you pop it is what makes them bite it. And that's why they're just, when I'm popping, I let it slacken. When I let it go, they're eating it like right now. When I want to eat it, and I won't know, and I'll pick up, it'll be snagged, and it'll be like, oh, like flying off to the side.
Right now, I'm taking a butt whooping. I don't particularly like it.
Not the 5-pounder, but it's a bass. That fish ate that bait.
Andy Aaron Martins has caught his 10th fish. His last fish weighed 1 pound, 11 ounces. He now has a total of 19 pounds, 11 ounces.
Jeez, what could he possibly be doing?
Got it. Let's go for it. It's fighting good. It's fat, pretty spawner. Fight really good.
3 pounds, 1 ounce.
All right. See, that's a nice, chunky, pretty spawn.
Takahiro Omori has just caught his 6th bass. It weighed 3 pounds, 1 ounce. That is a fish landing violation, 2-minute penalty. 3 pounds, 8 ounces.
Finally, a bass. Pre-spawn, right where the end of the dock. I think I just got to slow down a little bit. You know, if we can start catching a few more of these, we will be really, really good. So we'll let this one go.
Ace Monroe is now on the score tracker. He caught 1 fish, weighed 3 pounds, 8 ounces.
Got a nice one. Can't count those boys out.
I've been rotating through a bunch of baits, and, you know, I just said, you know, go to what you know, old school jig, just a 3/8 ounce, just kind of a brown, green pumpkin with a little bit of black in it. And I pitched it up to the dock, into the dock, which I've done a million times a day, and finally catch one.
It's like they just disappeared on me.
Come on, give me a bite before it's over.
Got it. 1 minute. That's how you do it, 1 minute.
1 pound, 10 ounces.
1 minute. Count.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lines out, end of period 2.
Man, that's frustrating. I mean, I caught a couple fish, but golly, did it get tougher than nails for me. And Aaron took over the lead, and then Takamori, he come along, and...
Man, I had a 6 bite on my spinnerbait and caught 5. It was a really good period. And I moved up to the 2nd. So I'm gonna keep moving up, doing the same for next period.
Our 3rd period, we need to make a run like Aaron just made. Somehow, some way.
I'm excited about next period. Takehiro's, you know, coming up. He's doing something good, and any of these guys could catch us this period. But I'd like to go out this next period. That'd be nice to be guaranteed to fish sudden death.
Welcome back to Major League Fishing's General Tire World Championship, presented by Bass Pro Shops from Vidalia, Louisiana. The competitors are gearing up for their final period here on Lake Bruin. 2 anglers have their foot on the gas and show no signs of letting up.
I think we need to go out this period and be done with it. It's not to come back, so I'm sure to make it to the next round.
All right, we have got to get back to where we started, and that was in 1st place.
Heading into period 3, Aaron Martins holds the lead but shares the momentum with Takahiro Omori, who passed Bobby Lane late in period 2. The bottom 3 anglers need a strong finish if they want to have a chance in the elimination round. They have 2.5 hours to make the final push.
I have 2.5 hours to get myself in a position for the 2nd round. If not, I'm going to, you know, obviously be starting behind the 8 ball.
It's a critical 3rd period because I gotta at least get closer to 3rd place.
So I tied a big giant spinnerbait on. I'm gonna go back where we started, and then I'm gonna run back to a couple of those docks that had big brush piles on them.
I'll see you in a couple hours, Ish.
Yep, hopefully, with a boatload of fish.
3, 2, 1, go.
We got all that water to ourselves.
Okay, let's see if I can't make something happen.
I went a whole other side in the period 1. At this side is much cleaner water. The other end of the lake.
Come here, Skipper G. Got him.
3 pounds, 0 ounces.
Talk to me, baby. There's old dough.
Ish, I'm gonna give you a score tracker update.
I don't want it.
Andy Montgomery has caught his 3rd bass, weighed 3 pounds, 0 ounces.
Of course he did.
Oh, this is where I've caught all 3 of my fish. Problem is, it's a set of really deeper trees. It's just This is the only one. There's an island on down there I may need to go fish, but hey, some for sure, some fish around here.
Fish landing violation, 2-minute penalty.
2 pounds, 6 ounces.
2.6. Yeah, but it's a bite. This whole fish is post-spawn. See, the tail's all beat up. You can start that penalty.
Can't gain no ground. I got too big of a lead on me.
One of my favorite cranking setups is a Abu Garcia Ike 7-foot medium. It's his cranking rod. It's just bad to the bone. I got it on a Revo Gen 4. It's one of their new ones. It's got this big handle on it, 7.3-1. It's got a big spool, so it's easy to whip around with this big handle. It's easy to turn, but this rod is just phenomenal for cranking. It's you can feel everything on a crankbait. It's spot on. I got it on 12-pound Berkeley fluorocarbon.
Gary Klein is on the score tracker now with 1 pound, 8 ounces.
Hey, we all made it.
This right here is a blade I've been fishing for a long, long time. It's kind of unique.
Getting there, grooving a little bit, grooving a little.
1 pound, 8 ounces.
See, they're biting now. I couldn't get bit, but they're biting.
Three pounds, 10 ounces.
All right. Look how pretty she is, a nice fat female.
How are they catching these bass?
Typical big fish, you know, when you swing on her, she doesn't move very much. You know, 25-pound test line and a 3/8 ounce sinkers, big 5/0. Berkeley Fusion 19 flipping hook, or heavy cover hook.
One wants a crankbait, and one wants a flipping stick. I mean, come on.
It goes to show, man, you know, you gotta learn. But I catch me a few more here.
A little fatty, too.
2 pounds, 2 ounces.
I caught one off a dock. That makes me happy, happy, happy.
That's because Mari is not around me. Oh, that's weird.
3 pounds, 2 ounces.
Thanks, sir.
3 pounds, 2 ounces.
See, this is for the Mari stone.
3-pounders?
Yes.
Whoa. I need to keep catching them, or I'll be out. Having a fish another day.
I gotta say, in one's luck, two's a pattern, so we need to flip under one more dot and get one to bite.
CBS Sports Spectacular presents Major League Fishing's General Tire World Championship, sponsored by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. Abu Garcia, for life. Kubota, tractors, hay tools, utility vehicles, mowers, and more. NGK Spark Plugs, the ignition specialist. And by Mercury Marine. Go boldly.
Welcome back to Major League Fishing's General Tire World Championship presented by Bass Pro Shops from the great state of Louisiana. With about an hour left to go in shotgun round number 1, all eyes are to the top of the score tracker. For the winner at the end of the day will advance to sudden death. All others will face off in elimination round number 1, and with weights carrying over, they'll have about an hour to improve their position. For more on that, let's head over to Shelly Sanders and the Bass Pro Shop score tracker.
There's just about an hour left here in shotgun round number 1. Have a look at your score tracker. Really, since the moment we saw Aaron Martin splash onto the scene this morning, he has proven that he's determined to take home a win today. However, it's not all about the win. As much as these guys would love those bragging rights, more importantly, they'd like to skip elimination rounds and advance straight into the sudden death rounds, getting that much closer to the title as world champion. Now, when we look back at the score tracker, we've got Takahiro Omori, who holds our Berkeley Big Bass of the day at 3 pounds 15 ounces. Another catch like that, and he could potentially knock Martins out of that first place position and leave him to battle it out in the elimination rounds while he advances to the sudden death rounds. Anything is possible. Time will tell.
You gotta try the big spinnerbait, otherwise I'll be thinking about it.
Boy, don't believe me, I'm catching fish in a spinnerbait all day.
Telling you, winding this thunder cricket down the side of these slips should be called the local news.
I mean, the old flipping bite just died for me.
£3 pounds, 1 ounce.
All right. Major League Fishing, General Tire's World Championship. I'm trying. A couple more like that and I'll be in good shape.
Gary Klein has caught his 4th fish. He is now in 4th place with 11 pounds, 5 ounces.
Jeez.
Moving you to 5th place with 8 pounds, 14 ounces.
What I've changed my focus on is instead of being around or in the forest of cypress trees, I'm trying to fish more the isolated cypress trees. And so far that's been paying off. You know, the little group, and then you go, and then there's one, and then there's another one around these boat docks.
That brush pile, 8, 9 feet of water, jig, pre-spawn. No, I suppose I just be there.
I mean, this time of year, that's what these big females do. They pull under structure and they sit there, let the water warm, and then they'll move in. And they're still a couple weeks away from moving in. I mean, this is February. It's not like March when everything's spawning. Yeah, there's a few that will spawn, but the majority of these fish are just, they're sitting out here waiting to spawn.
You always keep your bait in the water, even on deep docks. They're suspended on these docks.
£1 pound, 0 ounces.
Yes, score up a bass.
Need to catch a big one to really get back in it.
Really catch some more, though. A lot more, where this period ends.
Gotta find another stretch.
£2 pounds, 4 ounces.
Thank you. Right here.
Takahiro Omori is now in 1st place, moving Aaron Martins to 2nd place with 21 pounds, 6 ounces.
Well, I bet Aaron's fit to be tied right now.
Oh, Takahiro took us over.
You're 1 pound, 10 ounces behind Tak.
Come on, fish, one more.
90 seconds remaining.
Don't give me a bad news.
Buzzer beater. Come on, dude, get it.
My last chance, boys.
1 minute.
I know.
I thought it was almost a done deal. Aaron was gonna win.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lines out. That's the end of the round.
Good job, Takahiro. You got a little more lucky than I did.
Had a tough morning, but ended up caught 9 fish with 23 pounds. To beat everybody in this group is awesome.
What an incredible day for Takahiro Omori. He came right out of the gate, right onto the score tracker, posting one of the first bass we saw early this morning, and he stayed there all day. Really kind of struggling there in the third period. It didn't look like he was going to pass Aaron Martins for the win, but he did. And he did it by posting a Berkeley Big Bass of the Day at 3 pounds, 15 ounces, along with some other really nice sized bass. Job well done. Ultimately, Takahiro, you will advance straight into our sudden death rounds, avoiding those elimination rounds. However, if you're a fan of any one of the other anglers, all is not lost. No one goes home today. They will advance to the elimination rounds, where they will get a chance at redemption. We'll have to see what happens then. As for now, it's Takahiro Omori who is our winner. Let's send it over now to Marty Stone, who's currently with him.
At the end of the first period, you had 2 scoreable bass. You had to make a change.
Yeah, I kind of knew it was a tough. So I came out from canal to the main lake. That's where something happened.
The last time you were here, you caught a lot of fish on a 1.5. Today, I watched you throw a spinnerbait. Walk us through that.
Well, it was a little different. This is the springtime, so fish is more acting like kind of like a spinnerbait bite instead of a square bill bite.
I watched you go around all the outer cover, all the outer boat docks, all the outer cypress trees, and concentrate just on the bank. Why?
Looks like water is a little higher than normal. That put fish a little bit more shallow.
Takahiro Omori, the winner of shotgun round #1, advancing to sudden death.
Be sure to join us next week for shotgun round #2 of Major League Fishing's General Tire World Championship, presented by Bass Pro Shops. Until then, thanks for watching.